Let's have some African time. Well, notice this. Although the description might give you something about thinking this is South African news, but it's actually not South African news. It's something fascinating about the African economy and in Africa stories. Okay. Well, this is African time, and my name is Rashi. Say, well, let's go. Okay, so on African Fact Zone recently, they shared Africa's lowest inflation rates. So the African lowest inflation rates, we have number one is Seychelles with 1.4%. Number two is Djibouti 1.7%. Number three Mali with 2%. Number four Burkina Faso with 2.1%. Number five Benin 2.2%. Number six Cape Verde with 2.2%. Number seven is Gabon 2.5%. Number eight is Togo 2.7%. Number nine is South Africa 2.8%, and at number 10 we have Comoros with 3.1%. Yep. Okay, so these countries listed here are said to be Africa's lowest inflation rates in 2024. That is October, the latest one. Okay. Well, if you are recently here and you are new to this page or you are new to this story, at my previous episode I've already shared the Africa's highest inflation rates, so you can actually check it out. But I can also do some quick list for you guys to know Africa's highest inflation rates in 2024 October. So it goes like this. Okay, so number one is Zimbabwe 57.5%, and number two is South Sudan with 35%, and number three is Malawi 34.3%, and number four is Nigeria 32.7%, and number five is Sierra Leone 30.5%, and number six is Angola 27.4%, and number seven is Ethiopia 27%, and number eight is Ghana 23.2%, and number nine is Burundi 22.8%, and lastly at number 10 is Democratic Republic of Congo with 17.2%. So these countries listed here are your Africa's highest inflation rates in 2024. But today I'm talking about the 2020 the Africa's inflation rates, the lowest inflation rate right now. That is what we are discussing. But if you want more details about the highest inflation rate, don't forget our previous episode. You can actually have what you're looking for. All right, let's go with this. Well, now let's go to the stage. I'm saying that South Africa is doing great here. We'll see. So recently it was also shared that this is about South Africa though. It was shared that South Africa's inflation rate has dropped from 3.8% in September to 2.8% in October 2024. This is the lowest inflation rate in the country since 2022. Yeah, South Africa somehow, some way are dropping the inflation rate. It was 3.8% in September, but now it's 2.8% in October. In 1 month, 1% drop. That is impressive. With all the economic highs, the prices, the inflation, everything happening in the economic right now, South Africa have found a way to actually deal with the economy. That is actually beautiful. So that is something fascinating about the South African economy and how they are doing great concerning this recent economic highs in Africa economy. All right. Big shout out to South Africa. Well, let's continue with something fascinating. Okay, so most of the things to say here are actually on my previous episode, but I wanted you guys to also have some feel of Africa's lowest inflation rates, okay? And that has been shared. So don't forget this. The Africa's lowest inflation rate is Seychelles, number two Djibouti, number three Mali, number four Burkina Faso, number five Benin, number six Cape Verde, number seven Gabon, number eight Togo, number nine South Africa, and number 10 Comoros. Now, see something here. All the top 10 countries, it's only South Africa that has the highest population, and then the highest populated country on the list, and also is doing great with that one. So that if you are to do this according to population, you can actually say South Africa is actually doing great concerning Africa's inflation rates decreasing. Okay, so that is how come South Africa is doing great with that one. So don't forget this. It's actually concerning all African countries, but the top ones who are actually doing great have been mentioned. Now, when this was shared, let's see how or what our fellow Africans were thinking about, or what they were actually sharing. Let's share some, and let's see what the discussion will lead. So on the comments, there's a Kenyan. Kenyan came and says, in Kenya, it's low because people don't have money in their pockets. This is a lie statistics. Man is saying Kenya is low because Kenyans don't have money in their pocket. What does it mean by people don't have money in their pockets? That's why it's low in Kenya. Well, it's actually funny at the same time, but it's sad. Man is actually saying that it seems low here, but things are actually not that cheap. That's what he's trying to say. But how he made this is fun. Well, must be a comedian or something, because it's low because Kenyans don't have money in their pockets. Who say this? Come on, bro. Let's be real here. All right. So this one also says, in the next 1 year, Kenya's inflation rate will be less than 1%. Wow, my brother. Hopefully, that can actually be a dream come true. We all wish Kenya can drop the inflation so far down to 1%. That is actually, and not just dropping inflation rate though, but also being meaningful to the people's pockets. Like it can actually be shown, not just on paper, but you can feel it in the economy. Like things are actually getting cheaper. That is what we want to see, okay? So my Kenyan brother, hopefully what you're praying for comes into being. I'll be there to celebrate you guys, okay? Don't forget that. Well, this one also says, do you think these rates are sustainable in the long run, especially with external factors like fluctuating commodity prices and climate challenges? Well, this is about that concern here. He's saying that how is this very going to be sustainable for some time? Because with economic challenges, climate changes, and then commodity fluctuating factors too, do you think we can actually hold this for long? Well, that is economy, that is business, that is society, that is how climate, as you're saying. It cannot actually be predicted, but we hope for the best. And I think, as we can see with South African case, they planned this well and they work towards it and it's working for them. I think we all can actually prepare ourselves and work towards something like this. Although we cannot actually determine what will hit the world next, even though maybe not COVID-19 or Russia-Ukraine war or Third World War. If we are, or not even any high sickness or anything, we cannot actually say we can actually maintain this, but we can actually work to maintain it, that for sure. But anything can happen in a global crisis or global economy. But hopefully, the African economy can stand strong. All this can also be possible if we actually depend 100% on our own. At least 80% on our own. We can actually sustain these kind of things. But for now, well, let's look at the government and let's share some positive things that we can find, and also let's educate the government and also bring their minds on us to actually know what the people actually need. Because it's not easy out there living in Africa society right now. It's hard. It doesn't matter what the people are saying or what the inflation they are saying right now. It's actually hard in our society, and we hope that our government will make the people as a priority and then work for us, okay? Get things done, do the needful, stop overspending, okay? Unnecessarily printing of the money and then actually make the value of our money, export some things, extract our raw materials, add value to our raw materials, create jobs, high industrialization. All these things are needed. If you have it right, then trust me, Africa can actually get it right. The name is Vrashi. This was African Time. Thanks for your time. Love you guys.